Hey my beautiful Cancer peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Am from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome in here to your March 2024 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. I do want to mention as always before we get started, if you're interested, I hit the wrong button, I hit my lights off. If you're interested in a personal reading, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below. Anyhow though, Cancer, without further ado, let's get started. So what's going to be showing up here for our Cancer gang coming on into March 2024, Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac. What do we got in store here for you? Message is showing up here for Team Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout March 2024. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Taking a look here at the overall energy Cancer, we do have here a 10 of Pentacles coming on out here for you. 10 of Pentacles is nice because I feel like this is about realizing I feel more stable, I feel comfortable. I think that you're getting to a space where I'm hearing like I can do this, I have support, like you are supported, guys. And normally and naturally I don't say this support on a spiritual level, but I'm feeling that heavy support on a spiritual level where it's like your guides are here for you, they got you, nothing is going to go to that, you know, deepest fear route. Like things are moving in the right direction for you. You just have to know that you're supported, okay? So don't know why that's what I'm getting with the 10 of Pentacles, but that's what my guys are telling me. They're like, tell Cancer, they're supported. You guys are going to be well taken care of here, okay? Jumping into the month of March. Cool. So if anything seems like it's going south, if anything seems scary, know that it's all going to be okay at the end of the day. That's, I feel, the main message trying to break through. Your guides got you. Everything will end up working out perfectly, even if it doesn't seem like it is. All right, guys? Cool. Let's go ahead and keep it moving forward. We're going to take a look here at your focus of the month, Cancer. So what's going to be Cancer's focus of the month coming into March 2024? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we got here for your focus? We have here the 8 of Cups, and that's going to be paired here to the 3 of Swords. Yeah, trying to get out of bad situations, I feel, is your main focus. I think you're trying to improve your circumstances. If you're dealing with crappy circumstances, the focus here is like, I want to get out of this, okay? Maybe some of you guys are dealing with difficult times in a romantic relationship, and you're thinking about walking away. Some of you could be dealing with rough financial situations, and it's like, I want to get out of this in general. Maybe you want to get out of a job, maybe you want to get out of a commitment of some sort, but the main point here says, I'm tired of being hurt, I'm tired of being upset, I'm tired of being frustrated, I want to walk away from all these energies. So your main focus is how do I get out of the bad circumstances and position myself in better circumstances coming into March? And I feel like that key here is you just have to have faith. 10 of Pentacles. Trust in your guides, trust in the universe, trust in the fact that everything will always be okay. Because even right now, if it feels like nothing is working in your favor, it really feels like it's all going to turn out better than you expect. So keep that faith that things are working in your favor, Cancer, okay? Now, this is your main focus here. Let's see how you're going to navigate this moving throughout the rest of the month. So how is Cancerian going to navigate their main focus coming into March 2024? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How are they navigating it? Boom. First card coming out, it's going to be the 6 of Wands. Looking at the following, we have here the King of Cups. And lastly, we have here the King of Pentacles. Remaining cool, calm, and collected, right? I think it's always a good thing to remain calm in any sort of pressuring situation, intense situation. Calmness is what really gets you through. You know, if you freak out, if you get anxious, if you tap into a really nerve-wracking kind of energy, it can be incredibly hard to stay focused and maintain your composure and do what you need to do. However, though, remaining calm in stressful situations can really help you navigate out of those. So I feel like a lot of you are learning to embrace your inner calm coming into the month of March 2024. It's like, hey, I'm not happy with my circumstances, but I'm going to stay calm and I'm going to keep on putting faith that everything's going to be okay. And looking at the 6 of Wands showing up here, that's great. 6 of Wands is the card that represents success. But I also feel like, Cancer, how you're navigating this focus of wanting to get out of shitty circumstances is you're trying to start picturing yourself as a successful person. Now, whether you're consciously doing this or subconsciously doing this, this is amazing because I tell people all the time, when you allow yourself to embody the energy in which you desire to become, that is how you manifest a new version of yourself. You know, it's not about acting as if you are this person or that person. You hear that a lot in law of attraction and manifestation, right? They're like, guys, you just got to act as if you're this person. Well, if we're acting, we're just doing simply that. We're just acting. But if we're embodying the energy of the version of ourselves we desire to become, then we're merging into that person. So let's say, for example, Cancer, you want to walk away from a job that you hate. You're going to start embodying and walking with your head held high like you're a person who has a job that you love each and every single day. And by embodying that energy, even if it isn't the current reality, just by simply embodying that energy, all right, and saying, this is what my life is, this is what my reality is, you're going to see yourself switch and merge realities. So guys, I feel like whether or not, once again, this is a conscious practice, or you're not even realizing that you're doing this, Six of Wands here says you're about to become very successful. Okay, this is the time right now, Cancer, where it's like, I have shitty circumstances, but I'm staying cool, calm, and collected. I'm imagining the success. I'm feeling the success of what I deserve and what my worthiness is. And you got to remember, your emotions are so powerful, Cancer, that you're an incredibly potent manifester. Right? And Cancerians being water signs, especially being cardinal water, when we use our emotions, it creates a heavy, heavy potency in our manifestation, because in manifestation, emotion is very powerful. Okay, so I just want to throw that out here, Cancer. Whether you're aware of it or not, you're manifesting a higher version of yourself coming into this month. Enough is enough. I hate my shitty circumstances. I'm going to start embodying the energy of what it's like to be successful and have better circumstances. And I'm going to continue to trust into the universe. And therefore, things are going to start changing. And there may be a lot of you guys right now watching that are like, well, Ant, I don't have any knowledge of me doing this. You might be doing this unaware completely, and it definitely happens. So let's go ahead and keep it moving forward, Cancer. So far, we're off to a pretty good start, but I want to take a look here and see what is going to be, the good things going on for you coming into the month. So let's take a look here and see what good stuff is coming in for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Showing up here in March 2024. What are going to be the good things happening here for Cancerians throughout this month? Starting out here with the first card, we have here the Death card. Things are changing, baby. So you definitely can expect change here, Cancer, at this time. You're going to see some changes coming in for you, and I think that they are going to be something that is relatively positive. So we have a Death card coming out to start. Moving on forward from that Death card, we have here the King of Swords. Now, King of Swords is one of my favorite cards because the King of Swords represents discipline. I tell people a lot, there's a massive difference between motivation and between discipline. When we're only focusing on motivation, we are only doing things if we feel like doing things. Discipline is the opposite. Even if we don't feel like doing it, we're doing it, right? So let's say, for example, you feel really motivated to go to the gym. It's going to feel awesome. It's going to feel great. But maybe the next day comes around and you don't feel so motivated at all. Chances are, because you don't feel like going, you're not going to go. But if you were disciplined enough, even if you don't feel like going, I'm going anyhow. So this is the energy of discipline coming in for you, Cancer. I think that you are saying, I'm going to basically stop at nothing to better my circumstances. I'm going to stop at nothing to create genuine positive change. And even in the days where I don't feel my best, and then in the days where I'm feeling at my lowest, I'm still going to push through because I know I deserve the best. And I know that if I work this hard, I can make a difference. So I like that a lot. Definitely some good things showing up, Cancer. We have here the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like your strength is immeasurable here coming into March 2024. You're opening up strength that I think you haven't seen in a long time, or maybe some of you are uncovering strength that you've never really seen in yourself before. And it's like, wow, it's actually kind of cool to see how strong of a person I am. And I'm unlocking different layers of myself that I haven't seen before either. So that's pretty cool to see here, Cancer. What other great things and good stuff is coming in for Cancers throughout March 2024? And what do we got? Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. The celebration of everything working in your favor. Guys, I love it. I really do, man. I feel like this month is a massive, massive turnaround for Cancerians that have been dealing with a little bit of rough around the edges circumstances, okay? So this is a time, guys, where it's enjoyable, things are working out for you, you're celebrating, you're happy. Like, I can feel the high vibrations throughout this reading, and I got nothing but smiles on my face, so it's really, really good, man. I'm liking the energy so far. So Cancer, yeah, man, I think the good stuff about this month is like you're getting the changes you were looking for. Like you're staying on top of yourself. You're seeing sides of yourself you've never seen before in terms of strength. You're growing as a person. Things are finally working out for you. You're walking away from the shitty circumstances. You're seeing how you're backed and supported by your angels, your spirit guides, your environment. And it's starting to set you up to understand that you are a successful being despite your circumstances, and that you have the capability to be even more successful than you've been before. And that changes everything for you. It changes the game, baby, okay? Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and move forward, guys. Let's see what the potential challenge may be coming into the month here, Cancer. What's going to be the potential challenge here for Cancers showing up in March 2024? And what do we have? We have here the Emperor. So Emperor card's an interesting one because first and foremost, it's Aries energy. So that may be somewhere particular in your chart, or maybe you're dealing with an Aries overall. The Emperor usually has an attitude of like, it's my way or the highway. No one can tell me anything. I think for some Cancers, one of the challenges you may face here this month is somebody who embodies that energy. I'm not sure if it's a person that's close to you, like a loved one, family member, friend, or even romantic partner. But I feel like you've had a difficult time being able to resonate with somebody because it feels like they're so close-minded. They're not very open-minded. Maybe some of you are dealing with a lack of a support system where you feel like there should be support. So let's say, for example, this is a parent and you're like, hey mom or hey dad, here's what I'm doing in my life. Here's how I'm bettering myself. And maybe they come at you from an angle of, well, if you're not doing what I told you, then you're not doing well at all, you know? And that's pretty frustrating. So the challenge here is a bit random. It doesn't fit into everything we just described, but for some of you, that could be a pretty big challenging aspect you're facing where it's like someone here has a very my way or the highway kind of mentality. And it seems to me like you can't tell them anything. And even though you are focusing on your sovereignty, you're focusing on doing what's going to make you happy, it just seems like somebody here is never happy unless you're living life on their terms. Okay? Now, if it's a romantic partner, you might want to reconsider, who you're spending your time with there, right? Because at the end of the day, you got to live life on your own terms. And of course, there's compromise when it comes to relationships, but you shouldn't be living your life for another person. That's not beneficial or positive. So I think that there's a bit of a challenging aspect here with someone who you feel is my way or the highway, seem a bit controlling. I'm not sure who it is particularly to you, but you could be struggling with this kind of person. Give me some insight to this challenge for Cancer. Give me some insight to it. Let's expand on that Emperor. We have here the Two of Cups. So it is someone you're close to, and chances are the Two of Cups can represent romance and a romantic relationship. Doesn't have to though, but the Two of Cups does signify this is somebody that you have a relationship to in your life. Now we also have here the Page of Pentacles, and moving forward from that Page of Pentacles, let's get one more card, and we have here the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, trying to manage your time, Cancer, between doing what you want to do versus giving and aiding what this person wants. So I think something that's going to come to light, Cancer, not only just about, the circumstances you've been dealing with, because I don't feel like this challenge has been the only rough circumstances you've dealt with previously, but overall, this person isn't helping your rough circumstances, right? And I think that a lot of you are realizing maybe the reason I stood invested in this Emperor energy for so long is due to the nature that I was already feeling so unhappy with the life I had and with the way things were going that you possibly just wanted to feel like you can make someone proud if you weren't making yourself proud. So we're going to go deep here, guys. It's not going to be every Cancer story. Skip this part if you want to. It's just a intuitive message for a Cancer who needs it. And by the way, I've been here. So I think that when you're going through tough times and tough circumstances, guys, right, what ends up happening is we start to feel not so proud of ourselves. We don't feel really much positive things about ourselves. When we're going through rough circumstances, we're unhappy. Maybe we're putting ourselves down. And at the end of the day, if we can't make ourselves proud, we usually strive to make others proud. But what ends up happening is everything within you is a reflection on the outside. So if you can't make yourself happy, it's pretty much mirroring why you can't make this person happy, because you're attracting that kind of energy. So Cancers, the difference here this month is I am making myself happy again. I am beginning to become proud of myself again. I am actually seeing things change as I've chosen change in my life. And now you're going to start to stand up to this Emperor because I'm done living life on your terms. I don't need your validity. I don't need you to be proud of me. All I got to do is be proud of myself. So this is actually a challenge you're quite overcoming, and it's beautiful to see that. Because now, guys, as you can find the energy of being proud of who you are, you will now therefore start to attract people who are genuinely proud of you. So I definitely feel like this Emperor energy probably won't be around for far too long. Whether the person changes by seeing you stand up for yourself or whether you cut the person out, I don't see this being a challenge for much longer, okay? All right, guys, that was an interesting message. Take it if it applies, okay? Moving along here forward, though, Cancer, I'm going to take a peek here now into some of the things you might want to avoid in March 2024, so we'll see what comes up there. If there's anything to avoid, you guys have the info ahead of time, so feel free to avoid it, okay? But what is showing up here for Cancer? What's going to be some things they may want to avoid? coming into March 2024, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First card out is going to be the Knight of Wands. Taking a look here at the next card, Cancer, we have here the Knight of Pentacles. And lastly, we have here the Seven of Pentacles showing up as well. Cancer, I feel like in terms of things you may want to avoid, watch out for the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very inconsistent energy. Basically somebody who comes and goes as they please. They don't have much consistency to them. And it's kind of almost similar to the Emperor, where they show up when they want to, so they kind of show up on their own terms. We have here a Knight of Pentacles, someone here who is very slow, and they're kind of like slowly moving towards what you're looking for, and it just feels like things aren't really unfolding that much. Like, I kind of get this in romance or in love, Cancer. Like, maybe you're dealing with somebody who only comes around when they want to or when it's convenient. And then even when they do come around, it's still really slow. Like, nothing is progressing between you both. And I think you're heavily wondering, is this all worth the investment? Seven of Pentacles. So I would just say, guys, be careful in investing in things that just don't really seem super promising moving into this month. You know, we have here a Page of Wands, which represents a card of interest, but just because something can grab your interest and grab your attention, don't let that be the forefront of your full-fledged investment. Really make sure you're taking your time here in March 2024 to see if committing to something 100% is really worth it. Because I see a situation that's trying to grab your attention. Maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a friend, but don't get caught up in making full-fledged commitments if it doesn't seem 100% worth it to you, okay? Like, really take the time to think twice before you make an investment. By the way, I do want to note, Mercury's in retrograde here at this time, so one thing we want to be careful with, right? Because Mercury is going to be shifting soon. Every time Mercury goes in retrograde, you want to think twice before you act. You want to think twice before you say things. You want to be mindful and reread contracts before you sign contracts. So this could be basically the universe's way of saying, try not to be in the energy of impulsivity. You don't want to make any impulse decisions or rash decisions. You want to be patient, Seven of Pentacles, and take your time before you make investments into anything. Get a feel of what the absolute big picture is first before you dive deep, okay? So maybe a new job opportunity comes along. Really do your research into it before you apply or before you take the job. Maybe a person wants to get together with you romantically. Get to know them first. Take your time with them first before you jump on in. All right. Definitely something I'm seeing showing up here. Is there anything else, though, that Cancer may want to avoid in March 2024? And we have here Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands here could be a card of change, but I don't think that that's what it's representing. It's just representing the movement, okay? So Cancer, you just want to be very careful what you're moving toward, okay? This month, for the vast majority of you, you are moving toward improving your circumstances and getting blessed, essentially, and moving into such a better space. So just make sure you're constantly focusing on moving towards more high vibrating things for you rather than moving towards low vibrating situations. Just make sure you're putting yourself in the best position as possible. Pay very close attention to your positioning this month, who you're surrounding yourself with, what opportunities you're taking, thinking twice before you make decisions. Just be as aware as possible of where your energy is going, and I think you're going to be rock solid. Because if you can see yourself and catch yourself going somewhere you don't want to be, then you can take yourself off that route and reroute back to the good stuff, right? So just awareness is going to be key here, showing up throughout March. All right, guys? All right, though, let's keep it moving forward. We're going to hop on into career and finance. Why did I say it like that? Career and finance now, Cancer. Just give me a moment real quick, and then we'll get to it. So we're going to hop into your career and finance, and then after that, we'll look into love, and then we'll wrap it up pretty much, Cancer, after those two check-ins, okay? So let's go ahead here and get started. Jumping into career and finance here for Cancerian, what's showing up for them? Jumping into March 2024. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we got showing up here for career and finance? First card coming out is going to be the Five of Swords. Looking at the next card, we have here the Ace of Swords. We also have here the Nine of Cups. What I feel like is happening, Cancer, for some of you, first and foremost, if you found yourself frustrated with your careers, you're figuring out exactly how to make it fun, how to make it fulfilling. So word to the wise, for some of you that haven't had the best experience at your job, you might actually start to notice this month, it's actually not so bad at all. Like maybe you're starting to reconsider how you feel about it because you're learning how to make your job fun. You're learning how to make your career a good and fun place to be, right? So for some of you, that can be the case. Now, looking at this in a little bit more of a financial aspect, I think Cancer, what's happening is if you've been struggling financially, Five of Swords, Ace of Swords here says, you're figuring out how to change that. finance really comes down to behavior, right? At the end of the day, of course, your income matters and your expenses matter, but if you're living frugally or if you're trying to do your best to, lower the expense and the cost of your own personal living, and if you're adapting good behaviors when it comes to spending your money and managing your money, then you're going to have a better experience financially than if you're just bleeding and pouring out money constantly. So I think for some cancers, in terms of finances, what's changing here massively is going to be your behaviors coming into the month of March 2024. It's like, you know what? Now I can see why money's always going out. And when it comes in, it leaves just as quickly as it came, because I'm seeing the behaviors I have. And I'm seeing how this is where I can save money. This is where I can invest money. This is how I should manage my money. So I feel like if you're a Cancer that's been maybe struggling in the financial space, you're figuring out exactly what you have to do in order to adopt good behaviors and good habits to keep your money so that it's in your pocket. Okay, so that's really cool to see here in the career and finance space. It's also cool to see here as well, just in career in general. Like if some of you guys have been frustrated or unhappy with it, you're finding a way of how to find fun in it, how to find joy and pleasure in the kind of work you're doing. So it's cool to see that showing up here, guys, as well. All right, Cancer, let's get on into your love reading, man. What's going on here for Cancers in love coming up in the month of March 2024? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is coming up in love here for Team Cancer? Hello, baby. We got here an Ace of Wands and we got here a Moon card, looking like new beginnings in love, looking like you're connected to somebody here. Could be a Pisces potentially. So if any of you have recently met a new fish, a new Pisces member, maybe you and that Pisces do have a shot at a future and do have some passion showing up here quite strongly between the two of you. Okay. Either way though, guys, looking at Cancerians in love, I think that what the beautiful thing is with the Moon card here to the Ace of Wands here saying is that a spark is being relit. If you have felt like, especially for Cancers in relationships, if you've kind of felt like your spark has went out a little bit with your romantic partner, this is the time where that spark is being relit. And it feels so wonderful again to have that passion, to have that spark, to feel really good with your partner again, whereas maybe it kind of died out a little bit, The thing about relationships that I've learned is like throughout long-term relationships, you will see times where that spark goes out and then times where that spark is relit. It's kind of like peaks and plateaus in a relationship, right? At the end of the day, falling in love isn't a choice, but staying in love is. And at the end of the day too, as difficult as life can become, and sometimes you can get distracted from life and not be too focused on the relationship. Inevitably, if you're with somebody you really care about, you always come back to that flame and relight that flame, So Cancers, I see you getting into a good space, especially for those of you already in relationships. You're getting into a great space again with your romantic partner. For other Cancers that are single, I think that you're catching feelings for somebody new, and there actually is a pretty good chance here that things can work out between you and this person. I actually feel like there's a pretty genuine future here that is showing up here between you and this new person. So that's really cool. Really, really cool. Any other closing statements for Cancer regarding love coming into the month here of March? And we have here the High Priestess. The High Priestess says, when you know, right? The High Priestess is your intuition. So when you know somebody's truly for you, you have that gut feeling within you. I actually think Cancer, for those of you that are single, and you're meeting somebody new, you're probably having that gut feeling just punching at you saying, oh, I know there's something here with this person. I can feel it. I can feel how connected we are. I can feel that this is going somewhere. So you just have that knowing. Same with Cancers, though, that are reigniting their spark with their partners. It's like, I know this person is for me. I know this person. Sorry about that, Cancer. Mercury in retrograde. Luckily, the recording still ended up working after my program crashed, so I'm happy about that. But like I was saying, guys, Nine of Cups here and the Ace of Wands here. For Cancers in partnerships, it's like you still know that you're with the right person, So at the end of the day, it's good to have that inner knowing. It's good to just know you're with the right individual, and it's absolutely a wonderful time. So I think that for Cancers in love here, it's a great month to just know that you're with the right person and things are moving in a good direction there, okay? Now, moving along here forward, Team Cancer, we're going to hop on into your overall outcome now and see what we got going on here for March 2024. So let's see what's in store here for Cancer. What is going to be the overall outcome for our Cancer gang? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout March 2024. Checking out your overall outcome, we have here the Three of Cups coming on out for you guys. Again, if you're wondering why there are duplicates in this tarot deck, there just is. I don't know why, that's just how it is. But either way though, Cancer, Three of Cups showing up represents celebration, enjoyment, happiness, positivity. You're feeling good in your positioning. And I mentioned to you guys earlier, like positioning is super important throughout this month. You want to make sure you're around the right crowd, the right people. You want to make sure you're moving directionally only towards the right kinds of situations, things that are more high vibrational, avoiding lower vibrational. So as long as you position yourself well here this month, dude, it's a month that's going to be a great freaking time, man. It's going to be a month that's going to be fantastic, full of enjoyment and celebration. You know, going back to the main thing I was telling you guys in the beginning, 10 of Pentacles showing up here, Cancer, no matter what, things are working out. I have that intuitive feeling for you where it's like, as crappy as the circumstances has been, as long as you have been fighting the good fight, you know, I think a lot of Cancers would feel that right now. I think you'd agree. Let me know in the comments if you feel like you've been fighting the good fight for a long time, right? Maybe it's been a bit of a struggle for a while, Cancer. I get it. It has been, for sure. But despite trying to walk out of these harsh circumstances, I think for the longest time why you've been stuck in these hard circumstances is that you didn't see a way out. You didn't believe there was a way out. You know, that changes this month. It's like, to be honest, no matter what you believe this month, you're just supported, dude. 10 of Pentacles. Like, your guides got you, your people got you. Things are going to shift and things are going to change, and circumstances are going to change overall. And whether you're consciously or subconsciously doing it, it's happening. And I love it for you guys, you know? It's a time where things really needed to change, and you're so glad that you're beginning to see it here this month. And I think Mercury is going to have a lot to do with it too. So with Mercury going in retrograde, it's going to force confrontation and it's going to force change, but it's all going to be healthy and good for you at the end of the day. Okay? So Cancer, this was a wonderful reading. Thank you guys so much. Don't mind my stuttering today, guys. When Mercury goes retrograde or gets close to it, it's hard to communicate sometimes, right? Especially having my Mercury in Cancer. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. And of course, if you did, hit that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. Of course, everybody, if you want a personal reading, you can check out my website and book me there. But Cancers, have a lovely March, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.